Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with February 28th Stash Dive Tuesday. And normally I would mix this up with the layout that I'm already doing for the day, but I got carried away when I did today's Follow Sketch February, so I didn't. So I have a couple of colors that I want to use, and this castle that I got from a Disney collection, and it's chipboard, and then I have this little envelope that I've had since 2007, and it's the final one in this package, so yay. Then I have these Tinkerbell stickers. I think they're Sandyline. I'm going to show you the back, and I've had those, I'd say 2013. Just basing it off of when we went to Disney. And then this is probably from 2007 as well. And then I picked this Delighted because I thought I was going to use this word magic as part of my title. There will be a plot twist later. And then I have these two hysterical pictures of me and my friend in Tinkerbell wings, and I'll explain more in a minute. And then I have a solid white cardstock and this limey green cardstock. And so that is really all I'm going to bring in for this. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, some mixed media, my two pictures, and a random thought in my head. So let's see how this goes. So I put my white cardstock down in my spray box, and I spray it with the Twisted Citron by Distress Oxide by Tim Holtz. And I spray it pretty good because I'm wanting to leave that void, of course, where the castle is. And I'll leave this in this box to dry so I can spray on it again. And then I think it's picked raspberry. Yes. And I just splatter it up at the top. You know, Tinkerbell splatters her magic up there at the top. And that is what I'm doing. This is a Tinkerbell layout. This will go in my scrapbook that I am creating for my school, the current school that I just moved into this past school year. It is a family school though where my kids went and everything, so it's a special place to me, and so I've already feel like I'm family before I even started, but they have definitely made that even easier. So I should have printed these pictures smaller or moved the castle over so we could be on either side. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a really long time, and that might have been on a Disney layout. Okay, I fussy cut the pictures. You all, I don't really do that anymore. I used to do it a lot. I remember I did a layout once of my daughter with Mickey and Pluto, I think, and I cut her and them out, fussy cut them out, and put them on a sidewalk, like the pattern paper. I mean, it turned out super cute, but I just don't really do that much anymore. But it was what worked for me for this layout. I could have reprinted in smaller form. I could have resprayed the thing. I didn't want to, and I really do like the way it turned out. And it was easy enough to fussy cut. Like if it's a profile, I don't like doing that because then you're like cutting noses. I'm not doing that. I did give myself a little hair trim, and I might have cut off a few pounds. But anyway, so I love the way that this looks with the fussy cut. And then I decided, because our legs both end at the end of the picture, that I needed to have them at the bottom of the page, or have something covering the bottom of our legs, so it doesn't just look like our legs fell off somewhere. So I'm got this ribbon, and talk about stash dive. I don't know how old this is, but part of the ribbon on the outside was nasty. So I pulled the whole thing off its spool and cut the the foot that I needed, and then a little extra to tuck behind. And I just put it all the way across. Now, I do use double-sided tape on the ribbon, but I like to add that little extra bit of Nuvo Deluxe as well. And I thought I had made a big boo-boo right there, because that got loose, and that's the one downside to double-sided tape, is once it's down, it's down. Luckily, it had not actually gone down on that picture. So now what I'm going to do is just start adding things in different places. But first I decided I was going to outline our pictures, and I chose to do silver. It's a moonlight pen by Jelly Roll. I decided to do silver because the original plan was to use that American Crafts thickers, and it's got silver stuff in there, and I thought I might use some of the embellishments that go with the title. But so that's why I went with silver. Plus, if I had messed up on my head, you'd never know with all that dang gray hair. But I end up not using that collection, but that's okay, because even though I brought in the gold, the silver that's going around us is so minimal. It really was just to kind of give it a definitive end. I almost used black. So I am just putting down the stickers. I put this Tinkerbell sticker down, and I'm going to put this little pocket here. I may put something in that later. I considered doing sequins, but then I'd have to glue it together because the little flap would not, keep the sequins in. So I haven't decided. So the story to the pictures, we have magical peppermints at my school that magically will cure belly aches, sore throats, coughs, headaches, all the things, If you've ever worked in a school or worked with kids, then you probably understand. And if you haven't, then you might not. However, they have these magic peppermints, and I've always had peppermints at my desk for the kiddos, but when I got to the school I'm at now, they were magical. So we decided we would give some to the teachers so that they could help keep the kiddos in the classroom, unless they just need a little jaunt down the hall or they really need to see the nurse. And so we made these bags, and I typed up this thing and that had like all the rules to the magic peppermints, don't chew them, all the different things that we always tell them. So I was going to go put them in their mailboxes, and my friend Ashley said that we should deliver them down the hall. And I said, oh, okay, we can do that. And she said, we should do it as Tinkerbell. And I said, well, I don't think that will work. And she says, I have wings in my car. I love her so much. So anyway, she went and got her wings. We went down the hall. She delivered the first 3 or 4 grades, and then I delivered the last couple. And it was hysterical. The kids thought it was fabulous. They were thrilled to see Tinkerbell and to know that they have magic peppermints in their room just in case they need them. So it was an adventure, and of course we had to document. So here's where I am not happy that the green, I think green goes with green goes with green. Like green is one of those colors, it's like blue. I feel like they all go together. But this was not giving me the right vibes. Plus it was so small, I didn't think it was going to feel right up in this corner. So I decided to go back with my original thought, this You Are Magical. This is what I was originally going to pull off. This is from a Dear Lizzie, but I changed my mind because that word magic seemed to be perfect. However, I love this, and I'm so glad I went back and picked this out. And then I pulled a few stars off of there, and then these 2 little hearts at the bottom, and tucked those by each of our pictures. And really, that's it. It was a simple layout. It took me a little longer just because I needed to wait for the ink to dry, and because I faffed about with that title and the fussy cutting of the pictures, which didn't take too terribly long. And then I just put the date on here without the year because my Heidi Swap stamp only goes up to 2021, and then it's got a 20 with a little line, and I don't want to write on this sticker because it's probably going to smear. So that's it. I'm super excited that I got this documented. I didn't know if I'd get a Stash Dive Tuesday for today because it's been crazy and I'm trying to get ahead of schedule. So you won't see this layout in my layout share because it was a last minute addition to my layouts for February. So I hope that you all are using up your stash. I'm thrilled that I got a few things used up and a few things, taken care of, and used some stuff that I haven't used or haven't even pulled out in years. So that makes me super happy. So I hope you'll come back later. There will be a layout share at some point today for all of my layouts, and I hope you have a great day. Happy scrapping.